Nissan's $17,000 EV. $17,000. It's about the size of a Maxima, so a Toyota Camry. And you guys know Nissan has a high probability of going bankrupt, but to be honest, I still think it might be worth the risk considering Nissan are going to sell this EV in many markets around the world. I've actually said this now for about a year. I'm pretty sure I jumped the gun on that one and it turned out to be correct. So the reason they're going to sell this around the world is because it's cheaper to make EVs in China and this is a good EV, and because Nissan don't have to make it. I mean, their joint venture partner makes this thing, and it just makes sense. It's going to be sold in Japan to begin with, and then other car markets around the world. Now, the good thing is Japan is right-hand drive. It's going to be sold in Japan. Good chance they're going to also sell it in Australia. Will they sell it in the United States? No. You guys, once again, will miss out because of your crazy tariffs and all your protectionism, etc., etc. Hey guys, I've got an EcoFlow Delta 2 right here and the Delta Pro, which is about 4 times bigger than this. I've used them over the past 2 months many times. I didn't think I would, but I've needed them. There's been electrical problems in the house. There's been massive storms here in Australia. They've been absolutely, for me, game-changing, life-saving, up to 45% off sale. I'll put a link in the description, and I think that's on for the next 3 weeks. So click on that link. You can take advantage and get one of these batteries for a really good price. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Apparently, there is word that this Nissan EV could be made in the United States as well, but that's just word. I don't know if that's true or not. Pricing starts at $16,600 US, and it has up to 317 miles of range. Now, imagine you could buy an electric sedan in the US or in Australia for $16,600 US with 300 miles of range, about the size of a Toyota Camry or a Tesla Model 3. For that price, you'd just be going, how many do I want? I'll take 3. No, you wouldn't really, but you'd be thinking to yourself, damn, that's incredible. So the Nissan Leaf is Nissan's other EV. They're just updating that. That's coming out soon, a new version of the Leaf, but this is probably going to be more successful. Nissan actually pre-sold 17,000 of these in 1 month, which is pretty good. And they actually said 70% of those orders, 70% come from buyers that have never owned a Nissan before. It's worth pointing out, guys, the most popular car in China for about 3 years in a row was the Nissan Sentry. Similar size to this vehicle, internal combustion, similar price to this vehicle, and really that was the most important vehicle for Nissan across the entire planet. As Nissan was selling more Nissan Sentries in China than any other model around the world combined. So it was making them literally hundreds of millions of dollars. And then, then the Chinese said, why are we buying this again? Why are we buying this when we can buy better cars? I mean, look at Xpeng Mona MO3, $16,000 US, and is better than a Nissan Sentry. So then Nissan went and said, well, okay, we need to make an electric version. Let's do it. And this is what it is. So it's an impressive sales figure, but quick early sales aren't unusual for newly launched EVs in China. Many models rack up huge amounts of orders. Now, apparently Mazda has 20,000 pre-orders for the new EZ60. I think I prefer this over the Mazda EZ60 because the Mazda EZ60 just has the longest bonnet in the world. It'd be kind of hard to see at the end of it. It looks sexy, but it's really impractical. So this is going global. It's been confirmed by Nissan. This is going to be a global car now, made in China by Nissan's joint venture partner, which is called Dongfeng. I've actually owned a Dongfeng EV, but it was left-hand drive, so I couldn't legally drive it on Australian roads. I was going to use it for battery storage. Anyhow, Nissan haven't shared a lot of details about which countries, but it's said that this car will be sold in Europe and Australia, Thailand, and possibly Japan as well. Apparently also Malaysia. So yeah, that's good news if you're in one of those countries and you want an affordable electric sedan. The N7, it's basically a Dongfeng 007. It borrows heavily from that car because it is that car. But it's, got a different body shell on it, a slightly different interior, but it's basically that car. Now, I think it's a good looking car. It looks very different to all of Nissan's other cars. It actually looks a bit like an Xpeng. If you look at that light on the front, it looks like my car. It looks a bit like the G6 with that light bar on the front that goes all the way across the front of the car. It's got a 15.6-inch infotainment display. It's the best interior of any Nissan I've ever seen. Very minimalist, but the best interior, no question. And well, it stands to reason. It's not made by Nissan, right? Pricing starts at 119,900 yuan, which is 16,600 US dollars. That's pretty damn affordable. And for that, you get a good car. It's got a 58 kilowatt hour battery, delivering 215 horsepower and 317 miles or 510 kilometers on a single charge. That's CLTC. Real world, you're going to be looking at about 420 kilometers of WLTP range. So probably about 260 miles of range. Better equipped versions, there's a Pro and a Max. The Pro version costs 18,000 US dollars. The Max costs 19,400 US dollars. And you can pay extra, 19,400, still affordable, for a 73 kilowatt hour battery. The best version is the premium version. That one's called the Max with the long range battery. And that has a price of 20,800 US dollars. 20,800 US dollars for the premium version with the 73 kilowatt hour battery, which would give it probably approximately, in the real world range, my assumption would be about 550 kilometers. So probably, probably about 310 miles of range approximately. For that price, it's a no-brainer. I think this car will be a massive success for Nissan, and I hope it is. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. If people buy EVs, to me, that's the main thing. I don't care. I don't really care that much what brand is on the front of them. I mean, I prefer for you guys if I can give you some recommendations so you get the best EV for your money. But ultimately, I want EVs to sell. That's a big reason for this channel, for me doing this channel, for making these videos. I want EVs to sell. I'm sick of seeing people hearing about them getting cancer and getting all these illnesses that come from pollution, particularly from diesel particulate matter coming from exhaust. Knowing that you're breathing that stuff in, it's just killing you. So the more EVs we can get on the roads, the better. And if you can get an affordable EV from Nissan and you buy one, hey, that's great. That's better than buying an internal combustion car. At these prices, it's cheaper than an internal combustion car. This is cheaper than a Toyota Camry. So it could be priced similarly to the Xpeng Mona is coming as well. This could be a real rival for the Xpeng Mona. And both of them could be cheaper than a Toyota Camry. Very, very likely. Meaning EVs are going to be cheaper. Over the next few years, we're going to see more and more EVs. It'll be cheaper than internal combustion, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to see cars like the internal combustion cars, which are just dinosaurs. I can't wait to see them die. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.